Hello and welcome to the World Battery Metals and Mining News for the 16th, 18th of August 2024. BHP and workers reach deal to end strike at Escondida. BHP and Chilean union leaders have tentatively agreed on a wage deal to end the strike at Escondida, the world's largest copper mine. After a modest pay dispute led to the Tuesday walkout by 2,400 workers, the union initially demanded 1% of shareholder dividends, about $35,000 per worker, but will likely settle for a company-offered bonus of $28,900. This dispute encapsulates the ongoing tug-of-war between labor demands and corporate policies in mining industries. Although the market reacted with a drop in copper prices to $4.10 per pound, skepticism about prolonged strikes in Chile appears reasonable. Given Escondida's substantial contribution, producing over 1 million metric tons yearly and making up 23.7% of Chile's copper production, the potential disruption was noteworthy, but short-lived. This event echoes the significant 44-day strike in 2017, highlighting the leverage labor holds over critical resource extraction, but also the industry's rapid resilience. Alberta backs E3 Lithium with $3.6 million for expanded demo plant. E3 Lithium is receiving $5 million from the Alberta government to bolster its lithium brine demonstration facility in Olds, aiming to become the province's first battery-grade lithium producer from brine. This comes after a pre-feasibility study identified the first proven lithium brine reserves in Canada at their Clearwater project. The funding, provided through the Emissions Reduction Alberta Fund, is crucial in transforming Alberta into a key player in the lithium market. The 6-month demonstration project will focus on enhancing the purification and concentration processes essential for producing battery-grade lithium carbonate, a step that builds on successful pilot tests and supports their direct lithium extraction (DLE) process. Impressively, E3's Clearwater project projects a 50-year production lifespan with an internal rate of return at 24.6%, after-tax net present value of $3.7 million, and a budget of $2.5 billion. Already, E3 Lithium shares rose by 7.8% following the funding announcement. While I'm skeptical about climate change hysteria, I applaud rational and clean mining efforts that promise economic growth and job creation for Alberta. Chinalco said to eye stake in biggest Philippine copper mine. Aluminum Corp of China, or Chinalco, is contemplating a $2 billion investment in Indophil Resources Phils Inc. to gain a stake in the Philippines' largest potential gold and copper mine, the Tampakan project. This move aligns with Chinalco's strategy to secure global raw material resources as China remains a voracious consumer of commodities. If successful, this investment could provide much-needed financial stability and production partnerships for the project, which has faced delays and regulatory hurdles, including a lifted ban on open-pit mining. With production slated for 2026, this project promises significant outputs, but also entangles geopolitical tensions due to strained China-Philippines relations. This potential partnership reflects the broader industry rush to expand copper production amid anticipated rising demand, despite recent commodity price fluctuations. President Marcos Jr.'s efforts to rejuvenate the mining sector are crucial for sustaining the Philippines' rapidly growing economy. Canada injects $17 million into Saskatchewan critical minerals. The Canadian government is shelling out over $16 million to boost the commercialization of critical mineral discoveries in Saskatchewan, betting big on an industry predicted to see skyrocketing demand by 2030. The Saskatchewan Research Council, SRC, is the main beneficiary, already getting prior funding to transform Saskatchewan into a domestic rare earth technology hub. This additional grant will enable SRC to expand bastnasite processing, sourced from Vital Metals' Chinalco rare earth project, using cutting-edge solvent extraction and metal smelting technology. The goal? To fortify Canada's critical minerals supply chain and curb reliance on potentially hostile foreign sources. Jeremy Harrison of SRC claims this move ensures critical mineral security for Canada's allies and partners. Adding to the future-ready approach, there's even a plan to train Indigenous students in bastnasite processing. plus a $209,330 initiative to build a mineral characteristic database aimed at reducing mining waste. It's refreshing to see a rational approach in mining, ensuring economic benefits while attempting to keep things clean. Lithium Argentina shares rise as Ganfeng takes project stake. Lithium Argentina has sold a 14.9% stake in its Pastos Grandes lithium project to China's Ganfeng Lithium for $70 million, pushing their collective agenda for the so-called global clean energy transition. This injection of capital should flexibly bolster their finances and slice down debt while keeping their forward momentum. The Pastos Grandes project, acquired last year, lies enticingly close to Ganfeng's own holdings and the jointly operated Cauchari Olaroz mine, which is ramping up production quite admirably, might I add. Remarkably, Lithium Argentina seems to be positioning itself as a lithium powerhouse, focusing on the sought-after battery-quality lithium for electric vehicles. With a neat $96 million in cash, plus an undrawn $75 million credit facility from Ganfeng, their finances look rather robust. Interestingly, Lithium Americas spun off its South American segments last year to curb Chinese entanglement, fortify U.S. relations, and snag a substantial $2.3 billion U.S. Department of Energy loan for Thacker Pass, where they're aiming to kick out 40,000 tons of battery-grade lithium annually for the next 40 years. It's almost like watching a soap opera unfold, but with lithium instead of love triangles. Canada's Yukon aims to reopen mines seized from Victoria. Gold Canada's Yukon Territory has taken over Victoria Gold Corp's Eagle Mine after a significant landslide and subsequent cyanide spill earlier this summer. The Yukon government seized the mine due to unaddressed environmental concerns, intending to clean up the site and eventually resume operations. The heap leach facility at the mine, responsible for cyanide use in gold extraction, failed in June, causing elevated cyanide levels in nearby waterways and wildlife fatalities, claims which Victoria Gold disputes. PricewaterhouseCoopers has been appointed as the receiver to oversee further mitigation efforts, funded by Yukon with the expectation of recovering costs from Victoria Gold's assets. Amidst these developments, Victoria Gold's board resigned and CEO John McConnell deemed the receivership unnecessary. The joys of corporate responsibility and government intervention. It's like watching a car crash, except it's a heap leach facility and a lot more toxic. Westgold gets reserve boost from South Junction mine. Westgold Resources' Bluebird South Junction mine complex has seen a dramatic boost in gold reserves, recently estimated at 225,000 oz for South Junction, marking a significant increase over past figures. The company's proactive drilling strategy, initiated in early 2024, has been instrumental in bolstering reserves by 233% from year-end 2023 levels. These efforts have solidified the Bluebird South Junction as a pivotal asset, underpinning Westgold's larger Murchison business and enhancing its operational efficiency by reducing ore transport costs. CEO Wayne Bramwell's emphasis on continued investment in drilling underscores a robust strategy focused on expanding resource estimates and operational capacities. With the recent acquisition of Karora Resources, Westgold now commands an impressive portfolio of 6 underground mines and 5 processing plants, spanning over 3,200 square kilometers and boasting a combined processing capacity of approximately 6.6 million tons annually. This growth trajectory shows that while others may falter, Westgold is turning its drill bits into gold. European Bank to channel $250 million into junior miners. The European Bank for Reconstruction and Development, EBRD, has allocated $150 million, $249.6 million, under its junior mining program, JUMP, to support junior mining companies in Central Europe, the Baltics, and Northern Africa. By focusing on promising early-stage projects that struggle with high-risk financing, the bank aims to bridge the financial gap critical to advancing renewable energy technologies and electric vehicle components. Among the beneficiaries, Saritogan Graphite in Kazakhstan has showcased potential through its pre-feasibility study, estimating a staggering 67% EBITDA margin and a pre-tax NPV of up to $782.3 million. European Metals is also progressing with its Sinovec lithium project in the Czech Republic. The EBRD's investments in these projects underline a strategic pivot to secure sustainable battery materials in line with the global push towards electrification. It's refreshing to see rational investment rather than the usual hot air about saving the planet. EBRD seems to understand the importance of practical steps in mining for a cleaner future. Saxo sees gold bulls out in force, silver in for possible rebound. The gold market is again showing its bullish colors, with Saxo Bank's technical analyst, Kim Kramer-Larsen, predicting gold prices could soar above $2,500 per ounce. Currently, prices hover around $2,470, having climbed 50% since September 2022. Larsen points to the Relative Strength Index, RSI, suggesting strong price momentum and anticipates that breaking past the 0.618 retracement level could push gold to new heights. Meanwhile, silver also appears ready for a comeback, potentially rebounding to $29 per ounce. All this excitement is just in time for the Australian Gold Conference in Sydney, where gold's role in preserving purchasing power will take center stage. Queensland-based PMT Refinery is tapping into this bullish sentiment, seeing increased demand for its refining services and utilizing the conference to push brand visibility and foster new business. Their recent National Association of Testing Authorities, NATA accreditation, speaks to their commitment to quality and compliance. With over 1,000 delegates attending, the conference aims to enlighten participants on wealth protection through precious metals, featuring discussions on equities, physical gold, ETFs, and other non-traditional investment routes.